Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Carthus. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city. You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
Kill the ungodly.
Got us the range. Watch it. My doctor. Doctor. Becomes mine. Got things ready. Ready.
Whenever you're ready. Yeah.
Got through that.
Good. Needed that. Fight! All yours! Taking fire!
Under fire. Watch it. Company, get ready. Got you covered. Move now.
Loosen the lid for you.
Nice. Still standing, not bad.
Something tore through these gates. Something big. Watch out. I bet this darkspawn is what took through the gates.
Another setup here with friends. Well, aren't you on to watch? Eyes open.
We'll kick the crap out of them.
More blight in the way. That did it. We can get through now.
Bunch of them. Let's do this.
We're under fire.
Everything's crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
At least a dozen people have been lost trying to map this place. But I've mentioned that.
We need to find the other boil. Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing. We got it. Way should be clear.
Shadow dragons? How did you find this place? Venator, to me! You think you won? Do you think you could stop the Venatoris? Or the risen gods?
I can stop you. That's one less bomb in the city.
The Shadow dragons have brought nothing but chaos to the city.
At least we're not trying to blight it.
That you remain standing is an affront to Tevinter.
We are Tevinter. Something's ready.
Got him ready for you.
Got us from a distance.
Ready.
Got us at a distance.
Hitting us at range.
Behind you. Watch it. Can't say he'll be missed.
Let's look around, see what we find.
Weird place to hang out.
The Risen God's Ritual. That's what the gods in the Venatori are preparing for. Lenos's documents. They detail the Venatori's long-term plans and what they want to do with Tevinter. These star charts predict an eclipse to make magic stronger.
So they're doing magic crap under an eclipse. That's never good.
All this. The ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans. We have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
Let's head back. The Shadows need to know about this.
Evil old gods, rituals, waiting for the stars. It's about as Tevinter as blood magic and hubris. Learning about the gods' plans is wonderful, of course. But the lists of magisters you got your hands on, now there's the real gold.
You've looked at it already. Of course you have.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means? This is power, May. Imagine becoming Archon and using this against those who've been hurting the people for years.
You, on the throne, Dorian.
Tell me that wouldn't be a splendid way to bring about real change.
Changing Tevinter, helping people. If we can get something good out of all of this, I'm for it.
You've given us an opening, Rook, and believe me, we shall seize upon it.
But how would you use this information exactly?
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemies by whatever means necessary. I prefer to use it to rally the people. I say we make the information known. Allow the people to see the real justice served. Prove that from now on, we work for them.
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten the Lucerni? I no longer trust that political machine will work in our favor. No. We must get at the root of the problem before they can react. A more forceful approach. Destroy them and their networks utterly.
Swords and spies and blackmail? The devious means you learned in the South? If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same. No. We have to do this in the open. Show the people of Tevinter that we're here for them.
We're Shadow Dragons. It's right there in the name. You supported this because you knew the system didn't work for the people.
The point was to work in the shadows until we could work in the light. And Rook has brought us what we need.
May, the Imperium's politics burned you once and you still...
Enough. we're not the only ones who have a stake in this. Rook, you have been instrumental in all this. Which strategy do you prefer?
What sort of change are you trying to achieve?
For a start, slavery. Abhorrent. It needs to go no more.
And Tevinter has been ruled by the Altus mages for all of its history. That must change. The Zoparati, non-mages, deserve a say in their own governance.
And all that's just the beginning of what will undoubtedly be a long journey.
Shouldn't you be on the same side?
We are on the same side. We both know what Tevinter needs. How best to get it, that's the question.
If we went with Dorian's plan, I'd support it fully. But we won't, because he'll come around and realize that I'm right.
And I'd absolutely back you up on that, if you were right, which you aren't.
We'll see.
Will we?
Dorian, are you really suggesting violent revolution?
Not necessarily. Sometimes a mere threat of violence is sufficient.
He learned that from his friends in the south. I hear Ferelden settled a succession crisis with a duel.
It worked. Astoundingly.
We're not Ferelden.
I'm merely saying we need to consider bold and creative methods of achieving our ends. The game is rigged. Why play by rules crooked magisters already exploit? Clear the board and start over. If they're gone, we can fill the magisterium with those who respect the office. Then we'll actually see progress.
Mevaris, you really believe making this evidence public will work?
Dorian wants to work behind the scenes, but once again, it's the Magisters and Highbloods pulling the Imperium's strings. That doesn't inspire. It's a tactic used by our enemies. We need to show Tevinter that we can be different.
Unless they find some way to bury it? Or leverage their wealth, power, and status as they often have before?
Politics is a long game. If we use force against our enemies, our allies will remember it.
You want me to choose who'll be Archon? But I'm not even from here. I can't decide.
Then talk to the ones who are. See what they say. Asher and Tarquin, Nev, Gallus, they're all a part of this, just as you are. We should all be comfortable with whatever course we take.
All right. I'll go do that. So what do you think?
Lennos is gone. We got information about the Venatori's plans, the god's ritual. I'd call that a good day.
I meant about Mevaris and Dorian. We all want change. Who will be the more effective in getting it?
Oh, that. You're dragging me into it?
You know me. I'm trouble. But more than that, it's your city. Your Tevinter. And I care about what you think.
Sweet talker. Mevaris Talani has been in this game for decades. She's dedicated and ruthless when she needs to be. Dorian Parvis is a wild card. Flashy and inventive, he'll keep his enemies on their toes. Tevinter needs change, and it needs to stop waiting for it. Asking politely won't work. We need someone who knows that, someone not afraid to get their hands dirty. That person is Dorian.
Thanks, Nev. That helps.
That's what I'm here for.
Grand news about Lennos. One less crooked Templar in town.
The city will be better off with him gone.
We can hope.
Lenos made my life miserable. Ron is too.
I hear he started out different. Maybe he once cared about something other than gold. But I didn't know that, Lenos. And I'm not going to mourn the one I did. Still, I'll thank the bastard for writing everything down and delivering it to us all neat.
Dorian and Maevaris still have to decide what to do with everything we got from Lenos.
I just don't know enough about Tevinter to know what's best for its people.
I suspect this decision will determine Tevinter's path for years to come.
Then Dorian's way is my choice. He knows you don't stop to talk when you find a hole in the enemy's defenses.
Dorian is a brash rebel.
And Maevaris too much of a romantic.
I think the people will appreciate Maevaris returning as the leader they've always wanted to see.
No. They'll appreciate their lives actually changing for the better.
What do you think might happen depending on who leads?
With May, she gets power back again. Gets one more shot at changing Tevinter from the top down. Worst that could happen is nothing. But that's what you risk when all you rely on is hope. But with Dorian...
We could get chaos, strife. Things might get harder before they get easier. If they get easier.
I'll take my chances.
And whoever leaves will have the Shadow Dragon support, right?
Count on it.
We'll keep fighting. For Dorian. Or for Maevaris.
What else is there to do in this town, anyway? It rains all the damn time.
Maker. A full quarter of the Magisterium supporting a cult. Bending the knee to these risen old gods just for a taste of more power. Can they not see they're only tools for the gods? So they can destroy the world?
Demanding intelligence, rationality, and self-awareness from our peers. You ask too much, Maevaris.
Look at me. Such a fool.
Ah, it's Rook. You spoke with the others.
What do you think? Who should be leading the charge from here on?
Dorian should lead.
Then it is decided. Of course, it only makes sense, but... Ha! Look at me! The sudden pressure.
You won't be alone. All of us are behind you. The Shadow Dragons, the city, her people.
It will take all of them to overcome the risen gods.
You'll find a way to bring them together.
The people know they don't want blight-ridden fiends in their city. They don't need me to tell them. I can, however, show them how to fight. Gods, cults, evil magisters, nothing will stand in our way of forging a new Tevinter.
could use some action. Let me know if I can help.
Lucas Kreisen, one of our own. He left on his calling months ago, then stumbled back in last night.
Have you met him before?
In passing, yes, but no more. He spent most of his time in the eastern garrisons, and then left for his calling.
That sounds as rough as it gets. Hope he makes it.
We've tried everything we can, but the calling is the end for wardens.
Except the Gloom Howler. Warden Kreisen, can you talk? What happened?
The dead aren't dead.
Who isn't?
The Deep Roads. The elf wants vengeance. She's planning a crusade.
Isaiah. A crusade against who?
Grey Wardens. All of us.
Her ideas just get better by the minute, don't they?
She's dangerous. Gathering her forces. Griffins are there. How much time?
Lucas?
Antoine, I need to know where he came out of the Deep Roads. It's time we flush the sewers. This is it, where Warden Kreisen came back from his calling. Easy boy.
He senses darkspawn.
That, and... the Griffins. This is your time, boy. You're ready for this. Hunt. Don't go getting a big head, boy. I mean it. You watch those tail feathers of yours. The second you feel Darkspawn breathing on you, you hide.
So why would the Gloom Howler...
Isaiah.
Right. What's her angle? Why bring the Griffins to the Deep Roads?
She was a Grey Warden. Last anyone heard, she disappeared down here.
After using blood magic on her own griffins.
And she's still at it. The Archdemon blood she took from the cauldron? That's the end of Hassan's family if we don't stop her.
What's your name, Warden?
What is this place?
Sanctuary.
It reeks of Darkspawn and Blight.
Embrace it, and it will embrace you. The calling is not the end for Grey Wardens. You're no Warden. You're not allowed.
Not allowed to do what?
Join those who hear the song of the old gods.
You're sworn to kill Darkspawn, not befriend them.
She showed us another way.
She? You mean Isaiah?
Names fade. The song endures. But not for you.
And I don't really care. Didn't have to be this way.
You're a warden. Keep your oath. Wise house shall never fall.
What are you talking about?
Our blades defend the world.
My go's done. Your turn. Finale moves yours.
What does it say had done to them?
I don't know, but the Blight's taken hold. Son, you okay? Good. You're doing fine.
Where are we, anyway? Doesn't look like the deep roads I know.
They're building something down here. It's almost like... Nah.
Like what?
A corrupted version of Weishaupt.
Darkspawn, at the bridge!
Don, let him have
We've got Darkspawn!
And Wardens.
Fighting together? Or Weishaupt?
You conspire with the kings of darkness? Snap out of the sword. You say it's evil. You're following a monster.
She commands us.
Ah!
quite the fortress they're making. It's got Weishaupt written all over it.
Even blighted, they were still Grey Wardens once. Old memories linger. Echoes of them anyway. Twisted by Isaiah.
First Warden.
Rook, I'm never to be rid of you.
What happened? I thought you died.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. Gillenane did her worst. Then she found me.
The Gloom Howler? Isaiah?
Nothing will stop me. We'll defend Weishaupt to the death.
Weishaupt? You mean this place?
It stood for centuries. None will breach its defenses.
You're not in Weishaupt. This is some weird memory of it.
The memory of our victory will live on for years to come. Send reinforcements to the North Wall. Rally on my signal.
What are you talking about?
The Griffins will repel these invaders.
Where are they? What did you do with them?
Stop questioning my orders, Warden! 50 lashes for insubordination!
He's just like the others. He's too far gone.
What do we do?
Set him free. Even he deserves some mercy.
These Wardens are lost. If we have to kill them, I hope they rest easy.
They managed to rebuild the war room. I remember this from Weishaupt.
Isaiah's raised her army. Now the war starts.
Maps here. All across Thedas. Looks like battle plans.
Isaiah's ambitious. I'll give her that. They built Weishaupt's dungeon down here.
Well, that's something.
dungeon in Weishaupt usually had drunk wardens sleeping at home. Now they're housing a darkspawn army.
Finale move yours.
I know. I missed you too, boy. I promise I won't disappear like that again. No, I didn't bring any ginger wort truffles.